So exception handling. Exception in general refers to some contradictory or unexpected situation. Okay. Or in short, an error that is unexpected. When you run your program, you get that error. So it is an unexpected error. Okay. So what will happen with this? Okay. What will happen with this? The program will immediately or unexpectedly shut down. Means program will be over. Okay. Actually, during the program development, okay, programmer does not have certainty that this code fragment is going to work right or not. But actually, when in the running time, when the user brings that program and runs it in his machine, he gets the error. Okay. So these types of anomalous situations, unexpected situations are called exceptions, and to handle them is called exception handling. Okay. So we have seen errors before in the compiling time. We have seen errors, okay, that is compile time errors. Yes or no? If you do some mistake in writing system.out.println function, okay, see, bracket is missed. Now, suppose you miss the bracket, then you get the error, syntax error. But another type of error is there, runtime error. That happens when your program is run. Program is giving the output in the field. Okay, in the user's home, in the user's home computer, right? You are developing somewhere, you are giving the program to anybody, he is using in his computer, there it is. When it is run, the program is run, that time error happens. Understood? That is, no. Syntax error, that is, while writing the program, when you are compiling the program, you get some errors. But those errors, unless you correct them, unless you rectify those errors, you don't get the, you can't get the, what? Executable file. You can't get the executable file. You cannot get the file dot class. You know, the file dot class is the bytecode. You can't get the bytecode if you are unable to correct your program at the compile time. But the runtime error will happen when everything is okay, still error comes at the running time. At the time of getting the output, when you are running the program. No. Compile time error is few. Okay, compile time error, actually these are the syntax error, mainly syntax error. Okay. There cannot be there can be more error, like a logical error. Logical error means it is telling you to do something, your question is something but answer is something. That is logical error. Okay. Question is asked one thing but answer is a different thing. Right? That is logical error. So syntax error you are first rectifying, then you are making the program ready to run. Try to understand run and writing. Okay. Run and writing, two different things. Writing means when you are writing starting. Okay. When you are getting the output, that is the run time. See, you are saying like you have never run a program. You have not seen the output of your program. That time is the wrong time. When you will get the output, if no error is there in the program, then after that you can run it. No. Yes or no? Can you run your program before that? So that means you have rectified all the syntax errors, all the compile time errors, and your program is now runnable. So in the running time, there is chance to get some errors. Okay, right? That means when your program will be running, in the middle it is stopped. It is not according to our expectation. Okay, sometimes happens like that. It is not according to our expectation. The output doesn't come according to our expectation. Understood? That is runtime error. So that is an exception. That can be handled with the handled, and this is termed as exception handling. Okay. Many reasons support the use of exception handling. Okay, why? Exception handling separates error handling code from the normal code. So you will have another different type of code, that is error handling code. You will have different type of code, that is error handling code. That means you have to write some functions, some methods for the set task, for this task, for exception handling. It clarifies the code by removing error handling code from the main line of the program. Okay. And enhances readability. It stimulates consequences as error handling takes place at one place and in one manner. Okay. Consequences. Okay. Consequences means what will happen if error happens in one place. What will happen? You don't know where the error will happen. It makes for clear, robust, fault-tolerant program. If your program is fault-tolerant, that means it is said to be robust. There is no error. If the user makes number of mistakes, still the program is so friendly that it will not be short. It will not be out of order. Okay. So robust. Okay. Concept of error handling. Concept of exception handling. See. So what it is telling? Write your code in such a way that it rejects some error flag every time something goes wrong. If something goes wrong, it rejects an error flag. Okay. The intended program flow should be somewhat like this. See, this is the program. Okay. So write the code such that it rejects an error flag every time something goes wrong. When something goes wrong, okay, it rejects an flag, error flag. And when the error flag will be raised, will be on. The error flag can be on or off. When the error flag is on, it calls the error handling routine. When the error flag is on, it calls the error handling routine. What is the error handling routine? The code where the errors are handled. The method. Code means what? The method. Where that is a separate method. That is a separate method from different method from your main method. Okay. So that method is called when that error flag is raised. It is also known as the throwing of imaginary error flag is known as throwing. Okay, the raising of imaginary error is known as throwing the error. So when an error is thrown, overall system responds by catching the error and surrounding a block of error-sensitive code with exception handling is called trying to execute a block. Okay. So error-sensitive code where the error can happen. Okay. The place where we expect some error, the place or being some methods, some content of the method where we expect that error may come. In the runtime, the error may come. So in that place, you just surround with the try. So that place, you make it, keep it in a block and then keep it in a try block. That is called the try block. So which place is error prone? Which codes are error prone, error sensitive? Okay, that place you keep in the try block. Suppose you have the main method. You know main method is there. Some codes are there. But from these some codes, you expect this code, few of these codes, to have to produce error while they are run. Okay. So you just write the try. Okay, try block. Okay. So you just write the try block. Curly bracket start and then end. And don't write. So you can leave the other codes like that. Because you don't expect the errors over there. You expect the error. This is the error prone area. Error prone area. So you put it in a try block. And so as I have told, error handling takes place in another place. Okay, in one place and in one manner. This means that the error can be thrown over function boundaries. That is, if one of the deepest functions of the stack has an error, this error can propagate up to the upper function if there is a trying block of code there. This property helps one to keep error handling code at one place. That means, so error handling code can be, see, I told you in the main function you have a try block and some other blocks, other codes you have, and there is another block to handle the error that is called the catch block. Here you can have the error handling. That means if error happens in that place, okay, something you will say here. Yes? Yeah, bracket. See, certain types of errors can happen. Okay. It may be some arithmetic problem you have, you may do. So arithmetic exception error. Okay. Arithmetic exception. Exception is again a class. And this object is suppose E. There is a class called arithmetic exception. So the error that will happen, that is again an object of a particular class. All the exceptions. Okay, any exception you can see here. The exception that has happened, that is the object of another class. Okay, understood? The catch block will get that exception. That is also an option. Yes, yes. So whatever, any name you can. Object name when you are writing, the reference variable name when you are writing, that can be any name. No particular. Student X, student S, student A, student B, can be anything. Okay. So you understood, in the main function, you have what? You can have try block and a catch block. All the codes are not in the try block. Some part only in the try block. By chance, you are not expecting. If you are by chance, then it will be shut down. The program will be immediate. The program will be shut down. Yes. Shut down means the program will be ended abruptly. You are see. If you want that whole place I will put, no problem. You can put the whole place in the try block. Understood? But if you don't want to put whole code, only part of the code you can put in the try block. Understood? It depends on you. How is your expectation? Okay.